after morning, evening.
I'm William Cunningham.
And I'm Stuart Gardenhose.
Welcome to the first edition of your nightly news, produced by the HHS Communications students.
We would like to thank the HPS administration for allowing us to have this class. Speaking on behalf of Knight Vision, we've enjoyed every moment we've had working on these projects.
Our future newscasts won't be as long as this one due to the amount of exciting announcements we've collected throughout the school year thus far. Stuart, tell them the things about our mission with the Knight Vision project.
Knight Vision as a whole uses its time to shed light on all the good happenings here at HPS. Here we will be announcing extracurricular, academic, and just all-around good achievements and news stories.
Our very first news story we bring, as some of you may know, is a new addition to the Henrietta vs. Morris annual football game, which took place back this year in September. On Friday, September 9th, football teams from Henrietta and Morris met once again on the gridiron for their annual rivalry game.
Morris emerged victorious 18-15 in front of close to 1,500 fans and in an electric environment at Cameron Stadium. Both teams left it all on the field, as this game always carries bragging rights for 1 year to the winner.
However, the 2022 game had more meaning and the stakes were much higher. This year, the game was and will now forever be proclaimed the Walker Cup game.
On July 18th, 2022, a beloved former coach and administrator for both schools, Mr. John Walker, passed away after a lengthy battle with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Coach Walker shaped and touched the lives of many Henrietta and Morris students and staff in his tenure at both schools.
Coach Walker will forever be remembered for his positive personality and his encouragement and love he displayed every day. We would like to officially congratulate the Morris football team and staff on their win. We know that Coach Walker was looking down on his Eagles with a huge, proud smile, but at the same time wrapping his arms around his hurting Knights.
That's exactly what he would have done if still here. Love them both. Coach John Walker may be no longer with us physically, but his memory and spirit will be with us forever.
Rest easy, Coach Walker. We all love you.
Here at Knight Vision, we love to spotlight crowning or honor-worthy achievements. Willie, why don't you do the honors of giving others the honor of recognition?
I sure will. Another staple in our monthly newscast is recognizing academic excellence. We would like to give a shout out to the Students of the Month for the fall semester. Our Students of the Month are nominated and voted on by faculty members of each respective district site. Starting in August, middle school, Olivia Huckabee, Cy Gavin, Jaden Peebler. In high school, we had Sheldon Andrews, Cameron Foster, Abby Dodge, and Lincoln McCarty.
In September, the elementary began selecting their Students of the Month, and those students include Kayona Soap, Timberland Doyle, Macy Self, Dixie Hendrick, Kate Pengel, and Molly Chu. September, middle school, Maya Bailey, Caitlin Graffman, Gabby Stewart. September high school, Connie Dong, Kinley Kaler, Gracie Lawless, and Andrea Wade.
The elementary students of October were Judson Bowman, Cooper Hargis, Zoe Wynn, Connor Hargrave, Rex Clayson, and Riley Collette. In middle school, we had Blazin Davis, Bella Parker, Jacob Lone, and in high school, we had Violet Klinger, Emma Thompson, Kinsey Gillen, and Mabry Bean.
Your elementary November Students of the Month are Silas Webster, LaDana Johnson, Greer Blake, Morgan Alexander, Zeph Thomas, Jacob McConnell. Your November 6th through 8th grade is Yoslin Suazo Bueso, Ty Goodner, Aubrey Macaluso. Your November 9th through 12th grade are Will Perez, Braden Lawless, Hunter Gobin, and Ethan Green. Once again, congratulations to all of our Students of the Month for your hard work and dedication in the classroom.
Stu, you know those questions that only a superb counselor such as ours, Mrs. Hargrave, can answer?
Yeah.
Well, this segment we like to call our Convo with a Counselor.
Okay, we are here with the counselor, Ms. Hargrave, and we have a few questions for you. So, is there a hotline that students can call?
There are a lot of hotlines that students can call, but one that I'm really excited about is the mental health hotline, 988. And it's kind of like 911, but it's for mental health. And what I really like about it is that it gives students the opportunity to text, you can call, you can use a chat option on a website. Googling 988 gives lots of options for that, which I really like. And it can be completely anonymous to give, some feedback from a trained professional, which is great because, sometimes things happen on weekends or, on off times, and there's not really a lot of direction or help that you might have. And so it's an easy way to have someone to turn to in the event that there's ever a crisis.
Good. Okay, and do you have any reminders for seniors?
Yes, so seniors, of course, you know this, that college applications and financial aid and all of that is very quickly approaching. Seniors actually got to take part in a Zoom conference yesterday where they learned a little bit about the FAFSA and how they can set up the ability to sign up for financial aid and the different things that parents might need to bring to sign up for financial aid. And so that FAFSA application opens October 1st, and we will also be hosting a FAFSA night. We don't have a date for that set. I'm looking towards the beginning of November, but that will give families the opportunity to come and fill out that information with people that can help them know exactly what to bring or fill out or what information needs to be included.
Great. And do you have any information for students about Oklahoma Promise?
Yes, so Oklahoma's Promise is a way for students that meet a certain GPA and take all of the classes that you're supposed to take in high school. It's a great way for them to get their tuition paid for. And Oklahoma's Promise covers tuition for 2-year colleges and 4-year colleges, and also some trade and technical schools, which is really awesome. What I really like about Oklahoma's Promise is that we now can have students enroll depending on the number of dependents or the number of kiddos that are in the house. And so used to, it was just flat rate. If your parents made, I think it was $60,000 or less, then you could sign up for Oklahoma's Promise. But now they're taking into consideration, what if there are 5 kids in the house? What if there are more kids in the house? And so they have upped those income levels to be more accommodating to families of different sizes. What's really awesome also is that if you have applied before and you were denied because your parents made too much money, you can reapply again.
That's good.
Okay, and so, if there's any, questions about Oklahoma's Promise, I have forms here that they can take home to their parent, their guardian, their grown up to fill out, to look at, and any questions about Oklahoma's Promise, I encourage any student to come and talk to me about. That is not for seniors. Seniors cannot fill out Oklahoma's Promise. That window is only open for 8th graders through 11th graders. So if you're a junior this year, this is your last year, your last chance to try for that Oklahoma's Promise scholarship.
Great. Okay. And this is the last of this part. So thank you, Ms. Hargrave.
You're welcome.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Those are some important details to remember. I hope you all took notes.
Well, on another note, pun intended, let's take a moment to congratulate our HHS choir and band. This year's Henrietta Knight Brigade has been busy this fall with parade, field, and OSSAA competitions. On top of that, they, as always, provide high-quality entertainment under those Friday night lights. In parade contests, they march in our annual Labor Day parade and took 5th out of the 18 bands at the oh-so-tough OKC State Fair contest.
Next, they travel to Carnival Band Contest. This contest is very unique. They have a parade contest in the morning and a field show in the afternoon. The Knight Brigade cleaned house at this contest. They earned 1st in the 3A parade, 1st in the 3A field, 1st overall in field, 1st in color guard 3A, and they won sweepstakes 3A. Also, the best overall band of the day.
In October, the brigade participated in the OSSAA contest in McAllister and received an excellent rating. Since 2000, the Henrietta Knight Brigade has received 183 awards.
Now that's a lot, Stu. I believe this deserves a definite round of applause. Congrats again to the Knight Brigade. Henrietta is proud of all of you. Also, our Henrietta Choir has been very busy this fall, and with such performances as the National Anthem at the Labor Day Rodeo and the Henrietta High School football games. Not to mention their annual Christmas concert and their performance in the Hallmark Christmas concert here in Henrietta. Also included is their annual auditions for Eastern District Honor Choir and All-State Choir. Congratulations to the following students who qualified and sang at the Eastern District Honor Choir. We'd also like to congratulate those who made it to the second round of All-State auditions.
Those students are Sheldon Andrews,
He's not too bad.
Jasmine Contrell, Kevin Foster, not too shabby himself, Alana Lawrence, Braden Lawless, Jason Scott, Zane Stevens, Cameron Watkins, and Justin Yant. Out of these students, 2 of them made it past second round and are now headed to All-State. Those students are Kevin Foster and Cameron Watkins.
Let's give all of our Henrietta Choir members a round of applause.
Baby, it's cold outside, and you know what that means.
Winter sports are underway. The basketball boys is kicking off the season with a 50-36 dub over Eufaula. The wrestling season is also underway with their next tournament in Pawhuska on the 16th.
Best of luck to all of our winter sports athletes and their teams. Tune in to our next newscast in January to get winter sports updates. You know, Will, we have some pretty awesome students and athletes here at Henrietta Public Schools.
Yes, we do.
Many of them strive for and achieve a gold standard, which brings us to our next segment. This segment will be a staple in all of our nightly newscasts this year. We call it You Get a Gold Star.
We start things off with our Henrietta High School softball team. First to the plate, we recognize 2022 seniors Skylar Morris, Brooklyn Bauman, and Suda Harjo. These ladies helped lead our softball team to the regional championship game. Also, 3 players on this year's team combined to hit 28 home runs between them. Junior Shelby Kilhofer, 13, freshman Eileen Hicks, 8, and freshman Serenity Rex, 7.
Wow, that's out of the park. 2022 postseason awards include utility, Brooklyn Bauman, Eileen Hicks, Skylar Morris, outfield, Michaela Greenhall, third base, Serenity Rex, second base, Kinley Miller, offensive MVP, Shelby Kilhofer. Congrats, Skylar, Brooklyn, Suda, Shelby, Eileen, and Serenity. You all get a gold star.
Next, we recognize 2 members of our 2022 cross-country squad. Senior Xander Lawless and sophomore Kinley Kaler, qualified for the 3A state meet. Congrats to Xander and Kinley. You get a gold star.
Finally, we recognize our 2022 Knight football team Gold Star recipients. First up, we recognize seniors Chris Hodge, Zaylin Henderson, and Ethan Green in their final season for helping lead Knight football back to the state playoffs for the first time in 7 years. Woo! How about a record breaker? Junior running back Nick Hudson broke the Henrietta single-season rushing record, running for 1,674 yards in 11 games. That's an average of 152 yards per game.
Finally, the 2022 District 2A5 postseason awards include the following honors. Second team of All-District Nick Hudson, District Co-Corner of the Year Zaylin Henderson, District Co-Defensive End of the Year Ethan Green, Co-District Coaching Staff of the Year Weston McGill, Gary Joyce, Jared Westmoreland, Donovan Goodnow, Coy Honeycutt, and Butch Glover.
Your honorable mention are Jordan Miller, James Miller, David Reed, Chris Hodge. Congrats, Chris, Zaylin, Ethan, Nick, and all of Henrietta football. You get a gold star.
speaking of gold stars, here's a segment with our gold star principal, Mr. Strickland. This is his first year here at Henrietta leading our high school, and we are so blessed to have him joining our Henrietta family.
This is Principals with the Principal. I'm Hunter Gobin. This is Mr. Strickland, and we're going to ask him a few questions. So to start it off, how was your first month or month and a half at Henrietta?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you, Hunter, and thank you for this communications class, for this opportunity. And it's an honor to be able to speak to all of the student body today. So to answer your question, the first month and a half was very busy. So we came in and we had several tasks on our to-do list, and we focused quite a bit, especially in the summertime, focused on facility maintenance and painting, and we're pretty proud of those east bathrooms, and thankful for the class of 1970. And they came in and they donated $1,000 for the revamp of those bathrooms. We have a little bit of money left over, so we can get started on the west bathroom. So lots of painting all over the building, and just getting ready for the beginning of school.
Yeah, well, we've seen those improvements, and we thank you all for doing those.
Yeah.
And so our other question is, what inspired you to become a principal?
What inspired me to become a principal? A lot of times principals, when you talk to them, it's maybe they didn't get into education to become a principal. Most of us got into education to teach because we love teaching and we love working with kids. So I guess it was more of an evolution sort of thing of how we got here, how I got here. I come from a long line, large family of educators. My mom taught for 38 years. My uncle was a superintendent. My sister is a teacher. So it's kind of our family business. So I naturally became a teacher. I always knew I was going to teach, even from a young age. Started teaching, and then in 2014, I believe it was, I was given the opportunity to start a summer program in Okemah, and I was the program director. So of course did all the administrative tasks and thought maybe this is a thing. So went on to get my master's degree and became a principal.
That's great. I mean,
Yep.
we thank you for coming and being our principal, and enjoyed you so
Yeah.
far. And so what are some positive things you've seen around Henrietta and the school?
Yeah, so I'll share this story with you. When I was first hired as principal, and this is back in the spring, and I knew I was coming to Henrietta, I started receiving some invitations to come out and concerts and the musical Beauty and the Beast last year. So that was the first thing that I came to, was Beauty and the Beast, and well, it just completely knocked my socks off, if I can say it like that. I brought my 12-year-old with me, and I remember there was, and I'll be nice, I won't say who got on stage, but there was a singer who got on stage, and when he started singing, Nathan nudged me and he's like, "Wow, Dad, they're really good," and they are. So from the very beginning, before I ever came on board, as far as the new school year, very impressed with the amount of talent that's here in this school, for a school this size. There are so many things to be proud of, and if there's one message that I could get out to everyone, is that we have nothing to hang our head down here at Henrietta for a school this size. Let me give you an example. Okay, so we have this saying at morning announcements, it's a great day to be a Knight, but over the past weekend, just this past weekend, I have to say it's a great weekend to be a Knight. So let me give you a little perspective, right? So Friday night, what happened Friday night? Hunter, you're on the football team, so what happened?
Well, we beat Hartswarm.
Yeah.
So
the football team won, right? And then what happened on Saturday? Any idea?
cheer.
Yeah.
Made it through regionals and going to state this Saturday.
Absolutely. And anything else happened this Saturday that you know of? I'll fill you in just in case you forgot, right?
I don't know.
So choir went to Eastern District Regional Honor Choir, right? Those tryouts. And between middle school and high school, or I should say junior high and high school, which, anyway, I won't get into what encompasses junior high, but anyway, junior high is part of our 9th grade. 22 members, right? So 22 choir members made that choir. So I have to say, it's a great weekend to be a Knight.
Yeah.
And so impressed by the amount of talent, okay? And with that talent comes hard work, right? A tremendous amount of hard work if you are going to excel at football, right? If you're going to excel in choir, if you're going to excel in these extracurricular activities, it takes a lot of hard work. And I also have to tell you that maybe this is not a fact that a lot of students may know, but we know in order to be to participate in these activities, you have to be eligible, right? Any idea, and I'm kind of putting you on the spot here, Hunter, any idea how often do we run eligibility? Any idea?
Every week.
Every week, and we run that on Fridays, right? So you should know this, being a student athlete and being involved in drama and extracurricular activities, right? What does eligibility mean?
You have to have a 60 or better in every class.
That's right.
And not be failing.
You can't be failing.
Yeah.
And I have to say that not this week, but 2 weeks ago, 100% of our students were eligible. And that is impressive. Okay. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here. We've got 1 or 2 that are on probation, but we're working with them. Okay. We're working with those students to get those grades up. But congratulations, students. That's all I can tell you, that you are doing a fantastic job. And I'm looking at the camera on purpose. You are doing a fantastic job. Very, very proud of your work on the field, on the stage, and in the classroom.
Well, thank you. And we got one more to finish it off, and it's on the opposite side of that. So what are some negative things you might see that you would want to see improve in the next months or so?
Yeah. Well, you know, like any school, not just school, but really any organization, right? You have improvements that can be made. You have challenges that have to be met, and that's with anything. So I would say really at the very top of the list for you guys, it would have to be attendance, right? So I just want to encourage you that, you know, and I'm not talking about if you're sick, gosh, if you're sick, don't come to school, okay? Please stay home and get well and take care of yourself. But we need to get to school, all right? We need to get to school, because if we're not coming to school, what does that mean? It means
grades are probably going to get worse. And
that's right, and it means that we're not learning, and that means that you're going to miss out, and you're going to have gaps, right? You're going to have gaps in your learning. So I just want to encourage everybody, and I'm looking for ways to encourage attendance as well. So I just want to encourage everybody to get to school and be consistent, right, in your attendance. That way you won't have those gaps, and you can be consistent in that learning.
Okay, well, thank you. And that is Principals with the Principal.
Thank you, Mr. Strickland. Another student group we are extremely proud of is our H-Town Theater students. They have been busy this semester producing their annual musical. This year they chose The Addams Family on Halloween weekend. They also performed a Christmas showcase concert for our Chamber of Commerce's A Hallmark Christmas in Henrietta. Here's a glance at those shows.
Family. I go to war with my family. Ups and downs, wrong or right, this family. They think that we crazy. They say that we crazy, can't handle it. My back on the wall, who I'ma call my family? We different, we stick out, wig out, bug out, pop out, hop out, ball out, show out. Aight, this a party, let's not make a problem. No, why you looking at me like it's something? You should know it's not just me that you be rubbing. Wrong way, so you better think twice. You shouldn't mess with me. You don't wanna mess with me. Cause if you mess with me, you're messing with my family. You shouldn't mess with me. You don't wanna mess with me. Cause if you mess with me, you're messing with my family. You might think that we are all loco. My family. But this family bout to go global. We blown up.
If you did not catch the Christmas concert, you have one more opportunity to do so. On Monday, December 19th at 6:30 p.m., they will be providing a final encore performance. Admission's $5 per person, with all proceeds going to help them with their fun to New York next June.
And I just visited with a couple of young gentlemen who really need the financial help.
You did, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Also, stay tuned for more information on their winter showcase coming up in February.
Well, Mr. Cunningham, that just about wraps up our very first nightly newscast. As you can see, there is much to be proud of here at HPS. You could say that we are H-Town proud. We love all of you beautiful people, and remember, Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year!
And it's always a great day to be a knight. Do the honors of giving the others the honor of recognition.
He messed up. You know those questions that only a superb...
Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh.
Baby. Which brings us to our next segment.
Is it done?
Performed a Christmas showcase concert for our Chamber of Commerce's Hallmark Christmas.
Yes, they did, show. If you did not catch the Christmas concert, you have one more opportunity to do so. To seize everything you've ever wanted. In one moment. Would you capture it or let it slip? Yo, his palms are sweaty. These weak arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs.